What's up, y'all? It is your girl Ashley from Claim Your Magic. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute. When I say a hot minute, I mean like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I feel like, since I've updated or made any new videos on this channel. Life happened. A lot of life happened actually since the last time I made a video, and even that was like a recap of like a year before. So before we dive into today's vlog, I wanted to share what this is or what happened, and just kind of giving you a quick update before you're like, wait, I'm so confused, Ashley. So this series that I'm calling the archives because a lot of the videos and a lot of the vlogs you're going to be seeing are from 2022 through now. Basically, I have a lot of travel vlog footage over the years, from when I went back to Taiwan for the second time. I went to the Philippines with my family, and then the more recent travels back to Taiwan and around Asia this past year, because if you don't know, I got married. I got married literally a year ago, and me and Vinny decided to move to Taiwan back in the beginning of April. And so right now we're in Taiwan. We're in our apartment, which eventually I think I will show a apartment tour. I don't know if it'll be this one or the next one, because I feel like this is pretty bare bones, and I think we're both realizing that this isn't quite home. So we'll see. But anyways, I'm rambling on like always, but I just wanted to just preface everything that you're going to be seeing in the foreseeable future from these vlogs are like years old. So if you're seeing me wearing like a mask, for example, it's because these were during like COVID times, or like about to be lifted COVID times in Taiwan. So that's really all I want to share. So with that being said, let me share with you my trip back to Taiwan in 2022. Hi, my loves. It has been a hot minute, and today has been insane. So I'm currently in Taiwan at Vinny's apartment right now. I would do a room tour, but it's kind of messy in here. I'm still trying to get a handle on things, so eventually I will do a room tour once I get my actual stuff settled into the space. But anywho, it's currently 4:22 a.m. Taiwan time. I arrived in Taiwan at around 6 p.m. local time, and what a struggle. So here's the lowdown on my flight pattern. So I flew out of Boston around 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, the 26th, and I flew to San Francisco and had like a 2.5 hour layover there. And then from there, I had a 13-hour flight from San Fran directly to Taipei. And so by the time I arrived here, it was 6 p.m. And then from there, I had to take a MRT, which is like a train system, like a subway system, to the high-speed rail systems, like a bullet train situation, down to the southern part of Taiwan where Vinny was going to pick me up. So, boy, it stressed me out. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna play like it was fine. I had to wait almost like 45 minutes to get my luggages because the flight was packed. It was like full flight, and it was like those international flights where you have, there's three seats to the left, 4 seats in the middle, and then 3 seats on the right, in the economy section. And so, it's already a big flight, and all of the like upper cabinet thingies were full, and I did not see a single free seat in sight. And yeah, it took like 45 minutes for me to finally find all my bags. But overall, the experience at the airport was actually pretty smooth aside from the waiting. So the first thing I did once I entered the terminal was pick up a COVID test kit, which is part of the new standard protocol now. So previously, they used to require people to have to quarantine in a hotel for like 14 days, and now they have changed it so that people who enter now only have to self-monitor for 7 days at your own home. However, the caveat was that you must have one person per room. And Vinny's apartment is a studio. Even though the place is huge, like, I guess I'll just give you a quick little peek. This is the bed. And that's like a little like entryway back there. And then this is his like living space area over there. It's a mess, please. Anywho. And then there's a kitchen, there's a shared kitchen, a shared bathroom outside. But anywho, the requirement for Taiwan was that there must be one person per room. So Vinny was like, you can stay in my place and I will stay somewhere else. Because originally I was gonna like pick a hotel, but he was like, no, just stay in my place and I'll figure it out. So he's not here. And so first things first was picking up the COVID kits. There was someone literally like 3 or 4 people in this like walkway that headed towards like immigration basically. And so they were handing out kits. Everyone needed to get a kit. The next thing was this, I don't know, there was like this little bookmark thing. It's not really a bookmark, but it's basically claiming that you do not have any plants or meat products for quarantine. And then basically just breeze through that section because I had none of that. And then the next part was actually going through immigration. So on the plane, you're made to fill out a arrival card, which gives information about, why you're here, what kind of visa you have, what address you're staying at while you're in Taiwan, and those kinds of details. And so when you enter immigration, you gave your passport, they take a picture of you, they get your fingerprints, and this arrival card, and then you go straight to the baggage claim at that point. And so that's kind of the whole situation. And so yeah, after getting my bags, I went down to the MRT station. So there is a train station directly inside of the airport. So basically I just had to go down and pay for a ticket to go to the high-speed rail station, which was about 3 or 4 stops away. I forgot to take a picture of this because I was a little stressed because I had 2 luggages, my big ass backpack, and then I had my sling bag, which I carry all my essentials in. So it's just a lot of stuff to carry. And so basically going through the MRT station, typically Vinny was telling me you usually need a yo-yo card, which is kind of like a T-Pass if you're from Mass, or like any sort of like metro train station card where you load up your fare and then you tap it to go through the turnstile, that stuff. However, for this situation, they gave me like this little like purple coin, which honestly kind of looks like some Fisher Price money. And so basically I insert this coin going in, and they shoot it back out after you go through. You take the train, and then once you're exiting that train station, so once I got to the high-speed rail station, I insert it again to exit, and they take my coin back. And so that's essentially how that works. It's a token system, but I think typically there was a section where you could tap a card. However, because I don't have that, I didn't have to do that. And so next was the high-speed rail station, and that was the part that It was a little stressful too because when I got there, there were like two different lines. There was a vending machine line, and then there was like an in-person line. Didn't know what the difference was, so I just felt like going to the in-person line just to be safe. I can ask my questions if I need help. And so while I was waiting in line, I was like, shoot, like I'm gonna miss this train that's coming like in 5 minutes. Um, and so I was just like, whatever, like, I just want to make sure I get the right ticket in time. I knew there was going to be more trains. Luckily, the high speed rail um, leaves every 30 minutes, very like on time. And so I was like, whatever, if I miss this, there's another one 30 minutes from now, no big deal. So she takes me over there, she helps me get a ticket, and she's like, oh, sorry, like the next train at 8:10 is already full. Is it okay if I book you for this the 8:35? I was like, sure, of course, doesn't matter. So got my ticket, went through, got on the train, and the train ride is about a little less than 2 hours. And it basically took me all the way from like Taoyuan, which is where the airport is, all the way down to Kaohsiung City. Um, Zooying, I think, was um, the station. And so I just rode it all the way to the end because there's none that actually goes to Pingtung City, which is where Vinny lives. But Vinny was like, I will pick you up from the Kaohsiung train station, no big deal, blah blah blah. So I make it all the way down there. At that point I'm exhausted because I landed at 6. I get to the train station at like 10 something, 10:30, and now the next thing is to find Vinny. And I get to the trains, like I get to the main level of the train station, and I see there's 5 different exits. 5 different exits. Two of them go to the train to a different train station or train system, so I knew those two were not in. But then there was still three. One of them led to a parking lot, which also had like a drop off and pickup section, which for some reason was called Kiss and Ride. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's a bad translation, but usually Taiwan is pretty good about translating things properly, so I don't know if it's like a brand thing. I don't know. Don't make sense to me. But anyways, so I am like calling Vinny because one of the great things about Taiwan so far is that everything has like free Wi-Fi everywhere. All the train stations have free Wi-Fi. On the trains have free Wi-Fi, and they're pretty like actually pretty good. Um, Anyways, yeah, the Wi-Fi is everywhere. So luckily I was able to call Vinny on like Facebook Messenger to get a hold of him to figure out where he was. However, couldn't figure out where he was. And so I'm like going through one exit that takes you to like the parking garage where there's like a level for taxi pickups, and then there's another level for pickup and drop off section. And so I'm like going around there, and he's like, I think I'm here. I'm in front of two taxis, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I don't see you. So I guess I have to go to another exit. And so I go down another exit, and there's like a pickup station, like pickup, like circle, and he's not there. And I'm getting stressed the fuck out because to go back up, I couldn't find an escalator to go up back into the main station. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to take the stairs. I'm freaking out. Like, I'm so like at this point I'm so tired from like 24 hours of travel, because at that point it was 8, so it was like 10:30 p.m. and that means it's 10:30 a.m. back home. So over 24 hours of travel, and I'm like absolutely at my limit. And I'm just like, please just find him. I just don't know what to do. And I'm like about to start crying. And so I'm like walking around, and at the same time there's like all these random dudes coming up to me speaking in Chinese, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm assuming they're trying to like get me to ride their taxi. And I'm like, no, 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 and I just like ignore them, and I just keep walking, and I'm getting stressed. And then eventually I find him, luckily, right in a like at one of the exits that I hadn't seen before. And so I found him, and I was like in such a bad mood. Like I wasn't even excited to see him, which is so sad. I was just like, fuck, like this is so hard. Like I just need a minute. And so like I got in the car, and I was just like so frustrated, so tired, so exhausted, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I know I should be more excited to see you right now, but I'm like so over it. Like I'm so over all of this travel. I'm just ready to like lie down or take a shower and lie down. And he's like, no, I understand. I get it. And then like eventually like I got over it. And then we got to his place, which is where I am right now. We hung out, I took a shower, and then we went out to eat at this local, I think he was saying it's like a breakfast spot. It's open from like 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. or something like that. So it's really good for like college students. It's pretty cheap, really good. I enjoyed it. And so yeah, now I'm here, struggling with, you know, jet lag. Do you call this jet lag? I don't even know. But anyways, that's a little check-in on me. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I think tomorrow is really just gonna be a chill day, really just organizing ourselves, because Saturday we're going to go to lunch with Vinny's mom's side of the family up in Taipei. I I think they wanted to come, they wanted us to meet up because obviously I'm here now. So grabbing lunch with them will be fun. I don't know what we're gonna do afterwards. We might stay in Taipei, we might go somewhere else, but that's the dealio for now. Anywho, I should probably try and sleep. So later.
The next morning.
Oh, that's new down there.
Yeah, they were constructing that when you were last here.
Oh. Yeah, you can definitely tell the ones that are older versus the newer ones. Cute little shops.
This style of tile was very popular in Taiwan for a while, but it's kind of ugly when it gets old.
Yeah. I was gonna say it looks old.
Yeah.
Oh my god, One Piece.
Yeah. Towards the end of 2020 or in the very beginning of 2021.
I see.
That's a lot of Taiwan.
That could feed an army.
I don't know. You could take a picture of it, we can look it up later, but...
Hey, bruh. Editing Ash here. I just realized I forgot to film an outro. Anywho, I'm just gonna leave this here. I know this really didn't show very much of my travels yet, but I wanted to include just my little story time when I first landed in Taiwan, just to give you like the fresh perspective of like what it was like at that time, because honestly I've forgotten most of it at this point. So it's just refreshing. And then seeing like what's kind of changed in Pingtung since I left the last time. So I'll leave it there. The next vlog is going to be us visiting family and friends up in Taipei for a couple days. Anywho, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be uploading somewhat more frequently. Can't make any promises on weekly. That's probably not going to happen, but they will be more frequent. I won't wait another year to, to post a video, I promise. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!